My mother-in-law has some strong opinions about how I should look. It's like she's stuck in a time warp, while I'm just trying to express myself. My husband feels torn between us, wanting to please his mom but also support me. It's frustrating. Young people today are all about self-expression, but the older generation often sees it as rebellion. So what do you do when your in-laws critique your style? Do you conform to their expectations or stay true to yourself? It's a tough balance, but I believe authenticity matters more than fitting into someone else's mold. We often forget that our parents and grandparents grew up in a completely different world. Their values and beliefs were shaped by experiences we can barely imagine. While we embrace technology and new ideas, they sometimes struggle to understand our choices. Think about it. Many of us question traditions they hold dear, just as they question our modern lifestyles. It's a cycle of misunderstanding. Instead of dismissing their views, let's engage in conversations. By sharing our perspectives, we can bridge the gap and learn from each other. After all, understanding is the first step toward connection. I know having my mother-in-law stay with us for a month can feel overwhelming, but let's embrace this time. She may not have a big house or a pool, but this is her chance to feel at home. I want her to enjoy our space, so I'll be flexible. If I have to adjust some habits, like keeping the noise down or skipping my late-night snacks, it's worth it for her comfort. After all, if my mom were visiting, I'd want my husband to do the same for her. It's all about creating a welcoming environment where everyone feels valued and loved. Let's make this month memorable for her. Revealing clothing sparks so much debate, and it's fascinating how personal values shape our views. For some, it's a form of self-expression, a celebration of body positivity. Others see it as inappropriate, influenced by their upbringing or cultural norms. It's not just about age, it's about perspective. What feels empowering to one person can feel uncomfortable to another. We all have different backgrounds, and that diversity is what makes discussions about fashion so rich. Embracing these differences can lead to greater understanding and acceptance. After all, what we wear is often a reflection of who we are. I've been thinking about how to connect better with my mother-in-law. It's important to me that she knows I care about her feelings, so I decided to approach her in a friendly way. I started with a casual chat, asking about her day and sharing a few laughs. Then I gently explained my perspective on a recent issue. I made sure to listen to her thoughts too. It felt good to show her respect while also being honest. By the end of our conversation, I could see her warming up, and I realized that sometimes all it takes is a little understanding and kindness to bridge the gap. Maybe it's time to ask myself why I can only relax in a bikini. Is it really about the clothes, or is it something deeper? I catch myself focusing too much on my outfit, and it distracts me from truly unwinding. Next time I'm at the beach, I'll try shifting my mindset. Instead of worrying about how I look, I'll immerse myself in the moment. I'll practice a little meditation, focusing on my heartbeat, letting go of all those nagging thoughts. It's about finding peace within, not just in what I wear. True relaxation comes from within, and I'm ready to embrace that. It's surprising how often parents act without emotional maturity, and it really affects their kids. For instance, when they yell instead of calmly discussing issues, children learn to react with anger. Blaming others instead of owning up to mistakes teaches kids to avoid accountability. Then there's the constant comparison. When parents pit siblings against each other, it breeds insecurity. Dismissing a child's feelings as unimportant, that can make them feel invisible. And let's not forget about using guilt as a control tactic. It can create a lifetime of anxiety. Each of these behaviors shapes a child's emotional landscape, often leading to struggles in their own relationships. It's a cycle that needs breaking. Growing up, my parents always made sure I had food on the table and a roof over my head. They were great at meeting my physical needs, but when it came to emotions, that was a different story. I remember feeling anxious or upset, and instead of comfort, I got silence. They just couldn't grasp why I felt that way. It's like they thought, you have everything you need, so what's the problem? It's tough when your parents can't connect with your feelings. It leaves you feeling alone, even in a full house. Emotional support is just as crucial as those basic needs, and without it, you learn to navigate your feelings all on your own. As a child, I often felt a gap between what I needed and what my parents could give. They loved me, but expressing that love, that was a different story. They were raised in a world where emotions were bottled up and vulnerability was seen as weakness. So when it came to showing affection, they struggled. I craved those hugs, those words of encouragement, but instead I got silence or awkwardness. It's like they wanted to connect, but fear held them back. Now I realize that their inability to express feelings wasn't about me. It was about their own upbringing. Understanding this has helped me break the cycle, allowing me to embrace my emotions and show love in ways I never received. Growing up with emotionally immature parents can feel like living in a world where my opinions don't matter. They believe they know what's best for me, and any hint of disagreement is met with resistance. It's like trying to negotiate with a brick wall. I often found myself forced to accept their choices, whether it was my career path or personal relationships. It's exhausting to constantly align with their vision, sacrificing my own desires. I've learned that true growth comes from embracing differences, but in that household it felt impossible. Now I'm on a journey to reclaim my voice and define my own path, one step at a time. It's frustrating, isn't it? Parents often act like children themselves, expecting us to read their minds while they struggle to express their own feelings. They're emotionally immature, and when we don't understand their needs, they lash out, making us feel guilty. It's like walking on eggshells, trying to figure out what they want, while they throw tantrums instead of talking it out. We end up feeling responsible for their happiness, even though we're just kids ourselves. It's a cycle that leaves us confused, trying to navigate emotions we didn't even create. It's wild how some parents take out their frustrations on their kids. I remember when I was 3, my dad was painting a room and I accidentally stepped in the paint. Decades later, he still brings it up, getting angry like it just happened. It's like I'm walking on eggshells, always worried about what might set him off. It's tough growing up with that kind of emotional immaturity around you. You learn to tiptoe around their feelings, afraid that a simple mistake could unleash their anger. It's exhausting, and honestly, it makes you question your own worth. Growing up with emotionally immature parents feels like carrying a weight that's not yours to bear. You find yourself navigating the minefield of their emotions, trying to repair relationships that shouldn't be your responsibility. It's exhausting. You're the one reaching out, mending fences, even when they refuse to acknowledge their mistakes. They might never apologize, leaving you to wonder if you did something wrong. It's a lonely place, feeling like the adult in a world of children, always striving for connection while they remain emotionally distant. It's time to recognize that it's okay to step back and prioritize your own emotional health. I've seen how emotionally immature parents can create chaos in a child's life. One moment, they're all in, attending every game, cheering loudly. The next, they're distant, almost indifferent. This inconsistency can leave kids feeling anxious and unsure of themselves. They might struggle with self-esteem, constantly seeking approval or fearing abandonment. To counter this, we need to focus on developing emotional intelligence, encourage open communication, teach empathy, and model healthy emotional regulation. By fostering these skills, we can help children build resilience and form healthier relationships in the future.